Hey guys, welcome back to the Ron Williams YouTube channel. Natural Mr. World, Natural Mr. Universe, Natural Mr. Olympia, and also Natural Bodybuilder of the Decade. Guys, I want to give you a Mr. Universe tip today. You know, I was just kind of reminiscing and thinking back at some of the competitions that I competed in and some of the greats that I competed against and some of the greats that I actually beat. I remember when I, early on, competing in a Mr. World competition, I prayed, and there were 6 people that I wanted to compete against and I wanted to beat. And I continued to pray and continue to pray. I said, God, at this World Championship, I want these 6 people to be there. 5 showed up, 1 retired. 5 showed up, and I was like, this is my opportunity. And, you know, I was calling the promoter, asking them who was going to be there so I would know who was there. And they named 4, and when I got there, I saw the 5th one. But I was training for this, preparing to stand on stage with the best. In other words, I didn't shy down. There were times when people would find out if I was competing and they wouldn't show up. I looked for the competition. I wanted to stand with the best to prove to myself and to the world that, that I could stand on stage with the best and beat them. So, you know, after a while, what happened with me was just standing there on stage, beating the best. I would go to the judges after the competition and I would ask this question: what could I do to be better? And they thought that was amazing. I would go to some judges and they would say, oh, Ron, you were the best thing on stage and we've never seen anything like it. I said, thank you, and I'd go to the next judge. What could I do to be better? And the reason why I moved on to the next judge is because the judge that was enamored about the, the presentation that I had given, and they couldn't look at me subjectively and say, you could be better here, you could be better here, you need to work here, you know, you need more balance in this area. They couldn't give me any good constructive criticism. And I'm good at taking constructive criticism. And so I'd go to the next judge, and the next judge would say, oh, Ron, you were so awesome today, but the guy who took 3rd, his hamstrings were so separated. I've never seen anything like it. His back was weak, his chest was weak, but he had clearly the best hamstrings on stage. Uh-oh, you just gave me fuel, baby. It's time for me to work on hamstrings. And I'd go back, I'd examine my body, I'd look at how the muscles tie in, the best way to work those hamstrings, to pull them out and bring out and maximize the look of the hamstrings. And that's what I shot for. I kept the balance, and every individual muscle had its own specific workout so that I could bring it out. I would take the muscles and separate them one at a time and then maximize that one muscle group instead of just doing squats and say, hey, that's for my legs. Man, let's do some exercises to shape the glutes, to rip the glutes, and then let's carve the hamstrings where the hamstrings actually look like a bicep, because that's what it is, a leg bicep. And let's carve that hamstring and make it stand out, and then let's separate it so you can see the individual muscles. It got to the point where the judges would say to me, there are articles written about this, that when I stood on stage, I competed against me. So what I'm telling you today, guys, is whatever you're doing, whether it's in bodybuilding, whether it's in business, develop a work ethic and develop the mentality that I am going to be the best. And after I reach that level, it's not time to stop. I can always better myself. I can always be better and compete against you. When that time comes, compete against you. Continue to grow. Don't stop. Set records and then beat your records. And then set new records and beat them too. Hope this helps you. Mr. Universe tip for the day. God bless you, and we'll talk to you soon.
What you want, what you want.